Okay, hello and welcome, ladies and gents, to Always Busy Gaming. Today on your screens, we are taking a look at Verne, the Shape of Fantasy. This is an adventure game, and it's still in the process of being made. This is the demo. It's part of the Steam Next Fest Spring 2022. We're going to start off a new game. I just played a little bit just to get the hang of it and to ensure that there are no surprises for me and for you. It is the October of 1887 in an alternative Earth called Hemera. You are Jules Verne, not the writer you know, but a scientist trapped in the middle of a dystopian world war. After a shipwreck and being cast away in a nightmarish, mysterious island, you have been rescued by a sea monster made of iron, the Nautilus. Inside this submarine vessel, the technology of which is decades beyond your time, you have met the brilliant but fearsome Captain Nemo and his crew. He's fascinated by the iMag, an ancient device you found on the island, which has the amazing ability to change reality using the power of imagination. And it only works with you. According to Nemo, you and the iMac could change the course of the war against the nation. To prove it, the captain will invite you to an underwater search of a secret kept by the depths of the sea for thousands of years. Alright. That's a lot of foreboding music. Okay, the controls are simple enough. Shift to run.
Nemo and his philosophy books. Schopenhauer. It's a shame that the nation killed him because of his ideas.
So there's a lot of voice acting too. Oh, nice.
This katana was a gift from the Empire of the Rising Sun to the captain for his aid against the nation.
French aided the Japanese? The Chinese? I didn't know that.
Mr. Verne, I am glad to see you in better shape.
Thanks, Captain. I've been here only for a few days, and I'm still getting used to this marvel.
I'm glad you like it. I've been thinking. The Atlantean priests from Placea's cult believed that there were individuals blessed by her who were more sensitive to her influx. Perhaps you are one of them, and that's why you were able to find the artifact of imagination.
Atlantis? I thought that was a myth, a tale for children.
You have had evidence of their existence in your hands. How do you make it work?
I'm not sure that I make the iMac work. Rather, I would say it reacts to events.
That's interesting. Do you fancy an underwater walk? I have a job for you.
A walk? Under the sea? Of course.
Hey Matthew, good morning my man. Thank you for joining in. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I know you're getting right down to work. This is work for me too,
Where
brother.
are you taking me, Captain? I can see ruins in the distance.
You are going to witness a great milestone of my journey. Follow me.
Okay, we can't run under the sea. That's okay, I guess.
The steam oxygenator of my back allows normal breathing. Lead soles keep me on the ground, but they slow me down. But these views are so captivating. Cedric has asked us to find some specific algae for his research. I don't know if I could even recognize them with this helmet on.
So there's a very distinct shape of our helmets, huh? Like underwater crustaceans. What's this?
My goodness!
She's a beauty, isn't it?
Really impressive. That pearl must be worth a fortune. Do you want to take it?
No. I just wanted to show it to you. Who are we to interrupt a life cycle that has been growing for years, creating layers with each secretion it produces? Why? To sell the pearl? To write a book about the discovery? By chance, is our fame more important than nature itself? Let's move.
Whoa, I'm so impressed by Captain Nemo. Not many would have said that. Oh, listening to the video and writing, huh? That's an
Algae
interesting way to go
Filium
about things.
chromosa. I hope you helped Cedric with the vaccine.
Well, thank you for giving me some watch time, Matt. Okay, so there's a bit of complicated machinery. It looks like oxygen tanks. I mean, that's my take.
Can you feel the heat rising from underground? We must move carefully. Lava is still flowing among the ruins.
Where are we, Captain?
You are beholding the remains of a pre-Hellenic temple dedicated to Placaea, the Atlantean goddess.
What?
We spotted it months ago. This cult survived the fall of Atlantis and thrived for a few years in the primeval Greece. In their mythology, they linked together the flame of Hephaestus with Placaea. We believe there might be hidden information here about the flame location.
Believe? Didn't you enter?
We explored it for weeks in order to make a safe way to the center of the temple. However, when we reached the doors that guard it, it was impossible for us to open them.
I'm surprised that you didn't blow them away.
Do you think that I am like one of these brutes from the nation? I never destroy what I don't know. This temple is unique. It must be preserved, not destroyed. At that moment, we couldn't stay any longer. The Nautilus was needed for the war many miles away from here, but now is different. You and the IMAG are here.
Fascinating.
Okay. So we can activate the machine to descend into the temple. Okay, we need to collect, I guess, one more algae. So let's move ahead. I'm sure it'll be up front. So this is basically where they are teaching us how to use the IMAG while we go and explore and find the second one.
There I see the algae Cedric needs.
The IMAG is an Atlantean artifact capable of detecting cracks in reality and making small rewrites at specific moments in case things get difficult for you. Alright, so C to activate it. Now let's see. IMAG offers logical choices. Explore the world to get more options. Select one, but be careful, not all of them have a happy ending. So we can choose whatever we want and then space to confirm. So very thin base or a big collapse? Well, obviously I would go for a very thin base.
The base was so eroded by the years of pressure that it finally collapsed.
Oh. Now we must wait for the IMAG to recharge. If you choose wrong, the IMAG may go back a short time, but beware, it doesn't happen often. Happy rewriting. Alright, so basically we've got a supremely strong artifact in our hands. One which allows us to basically rewrite and change things as and how we imagine or see fit. I mean, that's really powerful. Imagine taking that into your work, and Matthew, imagine taking that into your work and telling your boss, you know, I'm done for the day, and he says, okay, go ahead, bro, you're done. So we're using the IMAG as a flame? Come on, that seems unnecessary. Wow. It's an octopus.
It's amazingly terrifying.
True. In some cultures, the octopus and its tentacles are linked with the spiral of creation and creativity.
Fascinating.
I'm going forward. Take your time to contemplate this wonder. I'll wait at the Opisthotomus entrance. Follow the lifeline.
Whoa. The sounds have also changed. Like, you know, I can completely understand that I'm way more underwater. Okay, this would probably be to go back. I don't want to do that. Alright, so this is where we can basically, you know, admire the artwork that the devs have so lovingly created for us, or maybe even admire the sculpting talent of ancient Atlanteans, if you would rather stick and not stick to the plot and not break the fourth wall. So this is a red line of lights that they have built up.
This ancient Greek tests my knowledge, but I can read that this is the first part of 3 of the Primordials' story.
Okay. Among the people of Atlantis, there was a small group that underwent a mutation caused by exposure to the flame of Hephaestus, which gave them extremely long longevity and the ability to influence the emotions of others. In turn, that influence is fed back. The more individuals were influenced by it, the stronger it became, and that in turn allowed them to reach more people. Okay, that's an interesting piece of information. So this is like a sort of line that denotes where we humans have already explored. So it's kind of like a safe spot, safe zone. Okay, so this is a sort of puzzle. Now as you see, the lights are glowing on the left lift. As I click on this, the lights now move to the right lift. So what I should do is bring that down. Why? You'll see why soon. As soon as I get up on this and press this, both move together. So if it was on top, that other lift would have moved down, and then I wouldn't have been able to go down. So yeah.
This is magnificent. Aside from Nemo and his crew, I'm the first human being that has rested his eyes on these views in thousands of years. If only I could explore them.
This does look amazing. It's like a underwater city, but I think there's a stream of lava before it. You know why I love these games is because they really open up the imagination. I mean, for average kids these days, who thinks of these things? Who explores these kind of underwater caverns? It's not like we can do this in reality, right? Place the IMAG in Placia's door. Okay.
Fascinating.
It would be wise if I bring a few more oxygen tanks.
Look at all this equipment they had here, and the key was with me. Alright, I think we can move ahead. Damn it!
Verne, are you alright?
Yes, a bit frightened, but in one piece. The IMAG is outside.
Yes, but it has turned off. There must be a way to activate again this mechanism.
Wait a moment. There's an inscription here. 4 victories to open these gates. It must allude to 4 tests.
You have enough oxygen. Explore the hall and take the tests. I am sure that they will reveal what we are looking for.
But what if I don't make it? And if I run out of oxygen?
Mr. Verne, surrender is not an option at the Nautilus. We can't tear down these gates without compromising the whole building structure. Your only way out is solving those trials. I believe in you.
Okay, so this is where I had played till while testing out.
I've found a new inscription. To open the forge of Hephaestus, you must fire up its 4 flames. It must allude to the 4 doors in front of me.
Forge of Hephaestus. Mr. Verne, we are on the right path. Go on.
Everything
I
on?
feel heavy in this wetsuit, and it begins to be hard to breathe.
You are making a great effort in your first underwater walk. Did I tell you when I faced the Kraken?
Don't patronize me. It makes me sick.
If you vomit, you will drown. Focus on opening the doors.
So all from here on out, it's all new territory. Okay, so we've opened the first door. I'm pretty sure we can move ahead more that way, but let's check out the first challenge. So this is a beautiful sculpture or an inlay of A butterfly. The first one was an octopus, the second one is a butterfly. These Atlantans are really artistic, and that too at such large scale. Imagine at a time even before Greece they had this kind of technology and expertise, or at least that's what the game would want us to believe.
I enter the first door.
It's nice that at least we have radio communication. Whoa, look at this. Hey, their clothes look so modern. I can't read, but they are, farming.
What did you see inside?
Wonderful things.
Great description.
A volcano on an island. Hephaestus's place, I guess. It reminds me of Prometheus's tale. The one who stole fire from the gods to favor mankind. Nevertheless, here is Placia, the one that steals the flame.
This is Placea's myth. We don't know for sure what Atlanteans believe in, but the descriptions that have made it to us associate the flame of Hephaestus with Placea's ability of arousing imagination, being that the origin of Atlanteans' great power.
Arouse imagination? You mean like muses do?
Exactly.
So this is, under the volcano, the flame of Hephaestus, and instead of Prometheus, we've got Placea. Okay. What's this?
A labyrinth. I must rotate it to link the lines with the flame.
What? Select fragment. RNT to rotate fragment. Okay. Which fragment? Okay, this fragment. RNT. Okay, I think this is the correct one. Logically. Does this look correct? It does. We've changed too much. Yes. Come on, this has got to be it. No? Alright. This is the last one, but then there is something on the other side. How would that even match up? Okay, I think we have to go this way. First solve the inside and then the out. I was doing the opposite. I was solving the out and then the in. This kind of does make sense.
Yes!
Okay, not that difficult a trial, I would say. And I did hear something open. Probably it's the other door. Now imagine for young kids playing this. It would really fire up their imagination, a walk underwater. And better than watching some celebrity dance.
The first trial is completed. A liquid has appeared on the walls. It looks like the Nautilus's blue blood.
What I'd give to see what you are seeing. Make haste. Oxygen is not endless.
Your paternalism will suit me quite well now. Tell me about the Kraken.
I made it up. Krakens aren't real.
So much for motivation, huh? Okay, now we see that Placea has taken the flame which was entrapped and she has shared it with all, and that has caused an increase in productivity.
From what I see and understand from these inscriptions, Placea ventured inside the forge of Hephaestus and managed to get his great flame. With its power, she expected to free mankind, providing them with the gift of imagination.
Wow, seriously. The kind of work that they have put into this game. It's very story driven. That's definitely there.
Okay, The goddess spreads out what seems to be the energy rays, like the sun. But being a woman, she's related to the moon and her creative power. Thus, the answer to this enigma must be related to the moon cycle. Each one must mark a ray extension.
I hope that means something to you.
I can't. I don't. It doesn't. This is the height of the rays in the correct order. Increase, decrease, submit. Okay. So the rays of what? Rays of the moon? The rays of the moon. Alright, if that's the case, then first this, I mean, it's not oh, okay, so that's how we select. Is this the correct order? I'm just going clockwise. I don't know though. Really? That closed it? But I can't even understand the rays changing, you know? That's my biggest concern right now. Okay. Increase ray. Oh, I think I see. Right. If I follow this inscription, the first one would be this. There, now it works. Okay. The first ray is increased. Now the second ray would be this. Third ray would be the empty one. Fourth ray would be this, logically. At least I hope. Or is this decrease ray? You know what? I think I understand what it means. Okay, so the first time we increase the ray by 2, right? So there are 3 slots and there are 3 dots corresponding to each phase of the moon. So the first one will do 2, the second one is also 2, the third one is just 1, the fourth one is also just 1, the fifth one is 2. Okay, the sixth one is 3. Interesting. Seventh one is just 1, and lastly the eighth one is again 3. Let's submit.
Yes!
See? Puzzles. I'm good at puzzles. I mean, though this is designed for a probably 5 to 10-year-old, I'm good at it, okay, guys? That's, you got to respect my logical thinking ability, okay? Let's move on to the third file.
What's the word for victory in Hindi?
Vijay.
Oh, I'm glad that there is some aspect of Indianness in this. Hum Vijay hue. Okay, the third door has opened automatically. That's nice. Though I think we should have gone ahead first and checked out what the different doors were. At least we could have got the inscriptions. I mean, seen what the inscriptions were. Okay, so there is some sort of battle happening against the Hydra.
Placeia diced with death for us, facing ruthless creatures released by Hephaestus to stop her.
So these are the different creatures. I think this is Hephaestus. This is the Hydra. On the right This may be Anubis. No, but Anubis is from Egyptian history. So this looks something like a ram, Or could it be the Minotaur? I guess it is. What's on top? The phoenix or the Pegasus? I don't know anything else that flies, but this bird doesn't look like any of them. Oh, there's a skull up there. Dang, that's scary to look at.
I don't have a good feeling about this, but I can't see any other way out.
Don't tell me I have to put my hand inside the snake's mouth. That's so sad. Okay, we just clicked on
The
something.
door! It's closing! Vite! Vite!
Wheat may be fast. I don't know what else wheat may be. No, no, no. Okay. Oh, at least we can cross it at walking speed. That's the only safe thing. Not too hard, not too hard. And we reached it in time too.
By a whisker!
Don't give up now.
By a whisker.
Vijay! Vijay!
Vijay! Okay, I think this is finally Hephaestus taking Atlantin down to the ground with him.
After receiving the flame, mankind began to benefit from the power of imagination almost immediately. The jealous gods realized that it couldn't be taken back from them. So, to shift the balance back in their favor, they resolved to release fear to weaken them, strengthening the horrors that already dwelled amongst the human race. It must allude to Phobos, Placea's brother. Creative and destructive imagination, hope and fear. The last mural depicts a huge flame devouring a city.
Phobos. Phobos is Placea's twin. As happened with most Atlantean primordial twin couples, he was her negative version. If Placea's presence stimulated creativity in humans, Phobos's excited fear and destructive imagination. At the beginning, Atlantis, both brothers lived in balance. What? I thought Placea was a woman. Creativity is necessary, but fear too, since it drives us away from dangers. Nevertheless, when Atlanteans began to fret supposed alien invasions, they wanted to steal the flame of Hephaestus from them. Phobos began to acquire an unimaginable power. Atlantis transformed from being a center of cultural and knowledge exchange to an impregnable castle due to Phobos' influence. Even his sister was subdued by him and was forced to inspire the creation of new weapons to defend their culture from the barbarians. Fear became horror and tyranny, and in the last term, Phobos' influence on the Atlanteans was responsible for the destruction of their civilization, since it blinded them through fear and forced them to spill all their resources to protect themselves instead of keep building for the greater good. Like her sister, Phobos was away from Atlantis when the explosion of the flame of Hephaestus took place. They and other primordials became orphans all of a sudden, pushed to sort their lives without a home to return to. As time went by, primordials and their influence on mankind was identified with the Muses. Although we think of them as auspicious creatures, dreadful Phobos was also one of them. Throughout history, Phobos inspired major horrors that humans had ever witnessed: invasions, genocide, revenges, and now his influence models the destiny of the human race, while his sister Placea remains hidden and weak under his unstoppable march. The dark side of imagination, huh? Well, not everything is good for you. Not everything the gods do is good for you. So probably Atlanta went down in fire instead of, as we used to think, that it went down under the ocean. Who knows? Alright.
Now I see a mural of a great snake biting its own tail. It seems I have to decode some symbols.
The tail-biting snake is an Ouroboros. It symbolizes the cyclical nature of the world, the eternal return, the wheel of creation and destruction in which mankind lives.
Okay, aligns code snake, select code box, select symbol. What the? Okay, I find the correct symbol. Is that it? Wait, the symbol changes with us. Select symbol. Oh, we can change this. Select code box. Okay. What are we even doing? Okay, let's bring it back to the top, please. Now, what do I align with what? This is a little difficult to figure out. First align the snake, then select the code box, and then select the symbols. There are 3 symbols here. And why would... oh, N, SE and NW. Okay, I spot that now. So, we got to figure out what are the different options here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options in this. Basically, we need to change it in a way such that the north has one option, I mean one symbol is in north, another symbol is, okay, this is which symbol? Another symbol is at southeast and another symbol is at northwest. Currently the northwest symbol is empty, right? So what I would need to do is definitely move. Let's see what we have at northwest. We have this symbol, this symbol. This does look like it. No, it's not. I spot one symbol. Let's try that out. If I take this to the northwest and now to the north, is this the correct symbol? No, I don't think so. Yes, this is the correct symbol. And at southeast we need boxes. Yeah, it's boxes.
Yes!
Damn, that was nice. Oh, is this Placia herself? Damn, the wings align perfectly. It's the flame of Hephaestus. Okay, we have magically transported. Actually, she's not a goddess. She is a primordial. Placia, the goddess of imagination, isn't a goddess. This is how the Atlanteans knew those among them who, affected by a mutation, influenced emotions and ideas. Placia's presence inflamed the curiosity and creativity of those around her. In the golden age of Atlantis, her influence reached almost the entire planet. The spectacular Atlantean technology development would not have taken place had it not been for her. In those years of splendor, Placia lived as a celebrity, like the other primordials. The most prominent Atlantean personalities of her time longed to have her as an advisor, and ordinary citizens worshipped her as a goddess. Her public appearances were always highly celebrated. She received all kinds of gifts which she always donated to the most disadvantaged among Atlanteans. When the cataclysm that devastated Atlantis took place, very few primordials survived. Placia and her twin brother Phobos were 2 of the lucky ones, since they were both outside Atlantis when it happened. After that, Placia spent years in deep sadness. She had lost her home, the cradle of her civilization, and hundreds of years of knowledge and technology. Completely disheartened and orphaned, she wandered the world until she reached Mesopotamia, where her trail disappeared. Maybe that's why Mesopotamia then bloomed. Centuries later, in pre Hellenic times, her cult momentarily resurfaced, probably created by the few descendants of the ancient Atlanteans. The primitive worshippers of Placia associated her with the power of imagination and therefore with the fight against fear. It is in this period that she is represented with a butterfly as a metaphor of creative thinking, which takes a small idea from a worm to transform it into something better, a butterfly. With the establishment of the classical Greek pantheon, the cult of Placia became archaic and primitive and eventually disappeared. However, Placia herself, with her powers weakened, continued to wander Hemera in search, albeit with little hope, of those few humans who are willing to make the world a better place. Well, Placia, please search me out. I am willing to make the world a better place. Okay, so I think Captain Nemo has come in. It's a little troubling how the dude is immediately here as soon as the flame of Hephaestus is revealed. I mean, he is a very strong and honorable individual. I shouldn't be having my doubts. Let's just check out the right end just in case, since we are already here. Okay, there's something here. Primordials 3. The primordials had a distinctive feature. They were always born as a pair of twins, and their powers were two sides of the same coin: hate and love, war and peace, sleep and wakefulness. The case of Placia and Phobos is paradigmatic. She inspired creative imagination, and he destructive imagination. Very few primordials survived the end of Atlantis and were forced to live among us. Their presence did not go unnoticed. Greek mythology baptized them as muses, since thanks to them, for centuries, thousands of artists, doctors, and scientists got the necessary inspiration to carry out their works and inventions. Alright, let's leave, please. So there is this faint, carry energy that's pulsating through the walls. This is ancient technology, mind you. We humans are just a very recent form of all of this. Placia's challenges are completed.
Captain, you must see this. In this signaled place rests the flame of Hephaestus, power, and also the curse of Atlantis. Only those blessed with the compass of destiny will be able to navigate the horrible dangers that surround the island of the ancestors, last guardians of the divine flame.
The compass of destiny? Of course. An X on the map was way too easy. It seems that the journey will be prolonged more than I planned, but you have made a wonderful discovery. Can I count you in for the remaining voyage?
Nemo, from what I've just seen, it's just the beginning of it. You can count me in. I want to see the rest.
Fantastic. Come on, adventure waits for us.
Here we go, boys.
Legends about the Ancestors' Island spoke of an area filled with magnetic disturbances and violent currents surrounding it, making it unreachable to those who weren't guided by the compass of destiny. For months, we sailed the seven seas, looking for clues about that fantastic artifact. The first solid sign was found at the nameless city, buried under the sands of Arabia. Thanks to it, we could reach a manifesto, written in the year 246 before our era, with the name of the ships that had engaged trade with the ancestors and therefore carried the compass of destiny on board. Those months of exploration were the most fascinating times I've had the luck to experience so far. How everything has changed since then.
Okay, so this was the demo, ladies and gents. It is a very thought-provoking game, and for those interested in search of a good storyline, this is a perfect game. I mean, something like this would be amazing for children, I think, specifically to open up their imagination and have them dream and wonder about these kind of things. And that's what my channel is all about, actually. So I hope you enjoyed what you all watched, and if you want to try out this game, it will be releasing pretty soon in this coming year. You can check out their Steam page from a link in the description below. Thank you so much for joining in. Do smash that like button and consider subscribing if you want to explore more interesting games such as these. This is Ashes Bashes signing off. Until next video, game on.